So the Modern Warfare 3 PC beta is in full swing, and I'm here to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to the current state of Modern Warfare 3. And much like people crying about the long time to kill, this is a beta, meaning some things are destined to change and have actually changed since I started playing this morning. My name is Big Fry. Let's start with gameplay. Where I think this game shines over Modern Warfare 2 right off rip is visual recoil. You can actually see what you're shooting at without your gun jumping all over the screen as if your tier 1 operator had jelly arms. It reminds me a lot of 2019 with a touch of Vanguard in the mix, and honestly, if Call of Duty ever goes away from this feel in their weapons, I'll never touch it. I never realized just how bad Modern Warfare 2's visual recoil is. Jumping into this, it is such a welcomed change. The gimmick this time around is what they're calling tactical stance, which is when you put your gun to the side, you do some point shooting like a badass because it looks cool. Too bad for me, I can't fucking stand this, especially when I'm ADSing and there's a big tactical stance prompt on my screen. Luckily, you can turn it off in settings, but also make sure you change the setting directly underneath to release ADS, because if you don't, much like me, you could get stuck aiming like this if your settings aren't tuned properly.
I can see.
Okay, now, why am I locked into this aim now? Chat, why the fuck am I locked into that aim now? What the fuck is going on with this shit?
Ammo here.
The enemy's gaining ground. Push them back.
Bro, what the fuck?
Pistol.
I'm just locked in now? Because I took the activation off, and now it's not letting me swap back at all. Oh, okay. Release ADS. That's okay. So you have to turn it off, and then you have to choose that when you release ADS, it will go back. What a fucking stupid system. Okay. Hey, Sledgehammer, if I turn off the ability to tac stance, just turn off all of the options instead of making me get stuck in the aim. It just shouldn't be a thing. The movement feels fluid, and I am seeing an increasing number of people complaining that there is a delay after you slide. They want to be able to jump. They want to be able to sprint instantaneously out of a slide. Now, I know this is deliberate due to the devs wanting to make sure you can't just bunny hop out of slides and lean even further into that crackhead movement, because don't get me wrong, this game is fast-paced. It's much more fast-paced than the likes of Modern Warfare 2. Some people want that delay gone altogether. Me, I actually don't mind it as is. During the test this morning, they actually made a quick patch that lowered that delay time by about 200 milliseconds, and honestly, I never really felt that much of a difference. I like it where it's at, and I'd love to see how it feels if they were to remove it during this test, but I do think it would make the movement more fluid, but also faster and more crackheady than what the devs are intending to do. This is a case of the community thinking they know better, the devs thinking they know better, and I actually won't know which feels better until we can try it. The time to kill, which I know is going to be a huge contention point for a lot of people. 150 health compared to Modern Warfare 2's 100. It's front and center. It takes a lot to kill someone. It took me about 4 to 5 games to lock in not only my sensitivity, but my DPI and my graphics settings to make sure it's a smooth experience in 4K. And I was kind of iffy in my first hour or so with the game. It's kind of like, damn, I'm not sure if I like this change. Once I locked it in, adapted, and figured out that headshot multipliers are through the fucking roof, I started dogging on people. Now, this one's gonna be subjective for sure. If you're someone who likes a fast time to kill, this one might not be for you. That being said, as I'm playing the 6v6, it makes me really excited for Warzone, because this is how it's going to feel taking somebody out. Obviously in Warzone, you're gonna have plates and armor. It's gonna be probably a lot harder than this, but nonetheless, I am excited to try out with all the visual recoil changes, the movement, this time to kill. I think Warzone is gonna be pretty lit this year. The guns feel good. The soundscape here isn't as good as Infinity Ward's in my opinion, but it's nothing that I feel I really need to harp on. It still sounds great, but you can definitely tell Infinity Ward has got that sound design on lock when you're talking about all of the studios kind of under the Call of Duty umbrella. The mini map now has red dots back when you shoot unsuppressed, and honestly, it feels a lot like the Call of Duty that we grew up playing. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm one of those people when it comes to COD, like, if it's there, cool. If it's not there, great. I really enjoyed 2019's changes. I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2's changes when it came to the mini-map and the red dots. I don't mind it either way, but I will say with everything else going on here, this feels like a Call of Duty made for fans of Call of Duty. Just on day one, I feel like Sledgehammer is kind of knocking it out of the park, and they're really showing people just how adamant they are to make the changes that the community is asking for in a stark comparison to Infinity Ward, who has been stubborn, hard-headed, and just so against giving people what they want. And here's the thing, as developers, I understand you want to put forth your vision and make the game that you want to make. And clearly Sledgehammer is looking at making a game that people actually want to play. That being said, I didn't hate Modern Warfare 2. I didn't hate Modern Warfare 2019. Hell, I didn't even really hate Vanguard. They're all completely different Call of Duties from different studios under the same umbrella, and I'm actually really excited to see what Sledgehammer does moving forward. Let's talk about maps. Right now, we have in this beta Favela, High Rise, Rust, Skid Row, and Estate. And if you're playing in Mosh Pit, you have Kill Confirmed, Domination, Hardpoint, and Team Deathmatch. And I think the rumor, or I don't even know if it's confirmed, but I think tomorrow we're getting Search and Destroy. You also have Ground War available on one of the maps, as well as Cutthroat, which is honestly so dope. Cutthroat is a great mode that I'm going to be playing a lot more of in lieu of a Search and Destroy. In terms of weapons, there's a ton here. That being said, there's 3 assault rifles, the SVA 545, the MTZ 556, and the MCW. Just in my experience right now, I'm rocking the MCW and I'm rocking it so hard. I was leveling up the SVA, and then once I got to, I think it's level 12, you unlock the MCW, and I just never turned back. That gun feels so fucking good with this time to kill. And once you level that up, put an extended mag on it, and you're pretty much good to go. When it comes to the UI, pretty much everything is recycled from Modern Warfare 2, which is a little unfortunate. That being said, I did like the quality of life things that they did to Modern Warfare 2 in the late game, where you can actually see your camos and have it laid out in not such a stupid fucking way. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm having a really good time jumping in and playing it. It feels very, very familiar, with a lot of changes under the hood that make this feel like a completely different game from Modern Warfare 2, but very similar at the same time. I think the people that are out there saying that this is a glorified DLC, I think they're a little wrong there, but I think some of this stuff, i.e. the mini maps with the red dots, the visual recoil, a lot of this stuff could have been changed in an update. But here's where we're at. Infinity Ward didn't want to do it. The vast majority of the actual Call of Duty community were people bringing up these issues from pretty much day one, and Infinity Ward didn't want to make those changes. But now with Sledgehammer, it seems like they're actually doing a lot to make people happy with this release. And of course, you're never going to please everybody. There are going to be people who love the load time to kill on Modern Warfare 2 compared to this one. The movement of Modern Warfare 2 is slower compared to this one, which is a lot more fluid and quick. You're going to have all of the realism crowd not like the fact that they've made all of these changes. Call of Duty is such a big community now. You are always going to have people bitching no matter what. And it's just, it's how it is. All I can hope for is that post-launch, Sledgehammer actually doesn't get up their own ass about shit, and they continually work with the community to make changes. If there is any title in the last, I would say, 5 years of Call of Duty that deserves a 2-year life cycle, I feel like it's this one. Today's beta and tomorrow is for people who pre-order. The open beta starts on Saturday through Monday, so you guys will have a chance to try the game for yourself, and it's going to be completely free. You don't have to pre-order. You don't have to do any of that shit. All I can say is if you guys hated Modern Warfare 2 for reasons A, B, and C, give this one a chance. There's a lot of good things going on here that I think Infinity Ward has been hesitant to do for whatever reason, but it's clear to me that this works. And if you are a fan of Call of Duty, this actually might be right up your alley. And if you're not a fan of Call of Duty, yeah, you're probably not gonna like this. I mean, clearly. As always, my name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you clicking on the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it. I'm gonna be coming here with more gameplay and more content for Call of Duty moving forward. This one excites me. I just hope they don't fumble the launch and subsequent post-launch leading into seasons 1 and 2. Just stop making boneheaded decisions after the game is launched. That's all we fucking ask. And I'm hoping that Sledgehammer can make this one happen. My name is Big Fry, and I'll see you on the next one.